In today's video, we're going to create an epic coffee commercial with a smartphone and a professional camera. We're going to be using the most insane lens for your smartphone, and we're gonna spice things up with fog. Thank you so much for Telesin for sponsoring this video. More about that throughout this video. Without any further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going. Welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, super excited to have you. My name is Julian. I'm the creator of Smartphone Filmmaking Pro. And in case you want to create better videos, turn that into a business, make sure you subscribe, as apparently almost 90% of all people watching these videos are not subscribed. So in today's video, we're going to be making this sequence that I'm about to show you right now. I think this is probably the most ridiculous setup that you're ever gonna see on the entire planet. More about that later on in the video. Make sure you stick until the end to find out what I'm using that for. Here I have like the star of the show. This is the coffee that I'm actually going to film. And there I have some beans that I'm just gonna use to decorate the whole set. When it comes to the shots that I'm trying to get, I have brainstormed a couple of ideas that I want to get. One shot that I definitely want to get is the coffee bean bag standing right here. There I will have a couple of coffee beans around, and I will also have some haze flowing around. So this is gonna be like the final master shot to end the commercial. Then I'm also gonna have I want to have like some close-up shots of the beans laying around here, also with the steam in the background. Then I want to have where there is some low-hanging fog around at the table here, and I will throw up some of the coffee beans. So this is like the rough idea that I have, and yeah, let's see how things are actually going to come around and how they're gonna work in the end. But yeah, this is basically the goal that I have. I also have some tube lights right here. These are two nan light tube lights, and other than that, I just have one key light. This is the Aperture, the Amaran 60S, I think it is. I will link everything that I'm talking about down below in the video description. But yeah, without any further ado, let's kick things off with the first shot. And yeah, let's see how it comes out. One of my absolute favorite shots of this coffee sequence has been this shot where I'm just throwing up the beans into the lens, and where you have this very dreamy slow motion look. Then the beans get into focus, then they get out of focus, and then again into focus. The way and how I have been doing this shot has been super simple. I have been creating, similar shots like with many different things in the past, as you can just use this and it's just a very versatile shot. And I just found that it works a lot better if I'm using my smartphone for this shot. Basically, the way and how this has been working, it has been super simple. Unfortunately for this shot, I forgot to use the fog. I wish I would have been doing this, but I was just trying to do so many things, film the behind the scenes, film the main shot, throw everything up, try to not mess up the entire house. So it was a bit of a mess, but it has been working fine. So basically I just clamped my iPhone onto a table stand, and I was pointing right down onto the table. I locked the focus and the exposure to as close as somehow possible. I was filming in 240 frames per second, and then I was just throwing up the beans directly into the lens. And then I think the results came out super nice. Just one note, like in case you're shooting in 240 frames per second or also 120 frames, you do need a lot of lights. Alright, so here's a quick feedback on how it has been working with the Telesin Fog machine. To be honest, it has been an absolute pleasure because, first of all, it is super tiny, super lightweight, so you can easily take this with you on the go. Using it is basically just the press of a button, and you can have a couple different settings. You have dry ice, free, steam, fog, and then dry ice again. And depending on the type of fog that you're using, you just have different looking fog. The dry ice, for example, really sticks to the bottom. And in the past, like I remember when we have been using fog machines, like in the past, you literally had to use dry ice to have a fog that is sticking onto the ground. And what technology is providing us is absolutely amazing. Has it been the perfect use case for this coffee commercial? Probably not. I think it did look pretty cool, but you'll probably find some better scenarios to use a fog machine. But overall, like if you're in the market for a fog machine, you can definitely check that out. It is, like I said, super lightweight, easy to use, and the quality is pretty amazing. So yeah, in case you want to check check it out for yourself, I will definitely link it down below. This T-shape is something that is really special with this Telesin Fog machine. They've told me that they are the only one that have this kind of this kind of attachment at the front of the fog machine, and it creates this really cool steamy effect. Like, it has been working really well. I just need to make sure that I'm not having too much smoke or too much fog here in the studio. Just using it has been an absolute pleasure. It's super lightweight, it's small, can take it with you on the go. Like, it's just very nice having something like this in your toolkit, especially if you're shooting some more creative videos, like music videos, like epic B-roll sequences, for example. I can absolutely recommend that you check it out. They do currently also have a Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal going on where you can save 20% off of your order. It's going to be the first link down below that like button. Again, huge thanks to Telesin for sponsoring this video. Yeah, definitely make sure to check it out. I have been really pleasantly surprised because in the past, my experience when I have been shooting, with fog machines, like, they were always super big and you had to have like this canister of, I don't know, fog liquid or whatever. It has just been a mess, and having this in your toolkit, like, they're also delivering it with a tiny case that you can just take with you on the go. Also, the liquid is included. So yeah, can absolutely recommend it. Like I said, we do have a deal going on currently, and I will just link that down below. First link below that like button. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'll just grab a couple of coffee beans and just decorate it around here. I don't know exactly how things are gonna turn out, so that's what I meant at the beginning, where this is not like a review, this is more like I'm taking you with me on the go and trying to find out how things are going to look like. Also, when it comes to the key light, I will shoot everything basically vertically, so this is gonna be a 9:16 video. And yeah, I'm just gonna figure out how things are looking right now. I'll just have a low angle. Maybe you can see myself also. Yeah, and this is basically what I'm looking at right now. So what I can see is the white balance is still off, and you cannot really see the texture of the coffee, of the beans itself, or of the bag basically. And I think it lacks a little bit of separation and stuff. So, but just so that you can see, like, this is what I currently have, and this is what I'm, trying to work with. So when it comes to the lighting, I'll just bring that key light here much closer and also change the angle here, something like this. I think it should already be much more focused on. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And now I'm actually trying to see if I can do something with the tube lights. So I have them here with teal. I'll bring them all the way down from the brightness, and maybe some orange as well. Let's see how that looks. If we can fit that tone for the whole video. Let's see if we can just place that in the background and see how that looks basically. And this is the thing with filmmaking, you just basically have to try things out and see what looks good and what doesn't. All right, so this is what I'm looking at right now. I think this already looks way better. I like the contrast. I think all of that looks pretty good. When it comes to the angle, like, I'm pretty low angled here. I think that does look pretty good. Also with the coffee beans in front. So I think all of that does look pretty good. I think the orange is a little too far away. And then we also need some haze here to get that shot. Ooh, that is looking nice. And then I'll just capture a static shot, and I'll do all of the rest in the post-production. I think that low-hanging fog, God, that is looking cool. Maybe a little more. And I think that is gonna be our hero shot of the video. I'm also just gonna capture like a bunch of shots of these coffee beans right here because I think they just look really cool. All right, so this is the probe lens, and just comparing it to the iPhone size, like you can see this is a freaking big lens, especially if you're putting it on a smartphone. Like, it looks kind of ridiculous. The thing with this lens is you can get super close to your objects, and since it is that long and it has also a ring light built into it, you can just move through the different things that you're filming and get this very unique look that you could not get otherwise. It is a massive lens, and it's not something that I would recommend, like this is going to be the first lens that you're going to invest your hard-earned money into. But if you're looking for, you know, a unique style to capture some shots, and especially if you don't want to purchase something like this for your big camera, because for a big camera, like for my R5C, a lens like this would be like $2,500. So yeah, just having something like this that's just a fraction of the cost, and you will get some very similar looking shots. Yeah, it's just an absolute no-brainer in my opinion. Ideally, if you're moving through the different things, like the way how I did it, I just added the fog into the coffee beans. I added the tube lights just to have a lot of light, and then this created this really unique shot. Ideally, you would have something like a slider to get a smoother shot. I just did not have that. That's why I switched over to 4K 120 frames per second, and then I converted that to 25 frames to get this unique look. Also, in case you want to check out the probe lens, I will also link that down below. All right, so the next thing that I'm trying out requires this rig right here, and this is probably what you have been waiting for. This is a rig that actually I think you cannot buy anymore. This was from SV Assets, but the only reason why I'm using that is to attach the sandmarc probe lens, which is this beast of a lens, this gigantic lens, and this offers me the opportunity to get really close to the shots. And it does require a lot of lights, which is why I have these two tube lights laying here. I have a bunch of coffee beans here in the middle, and the idea is going to be that I will basically just handheld go through all of the coffee beans and yeah, hopefully get some good looking shots. I don't know yet if this is gonna work and how it's gonna work. I will basically just have to figure that out on the go as I'm going. Yeah, but wish me luck. I'm taking you with me on the journey, and obviously I will also add some haze to the shot. So yeah, let's see if we can actually get some usable shots here. There you have it, guys. In case you would like to learn more about capturing great looking shots with your smartphone, editing them and turning that into a business, check out also smartphonefilmmakingpro.com. We currently also have a Black Friday deal going on. You can check that out. And in case you want to see how we have been editing this video, we will upload that very soon onto this channel, so make sure that you subscribe. Again, huge thanks to Telesin for sponsoring this video. Make sure that you check out the fog machine. It has been so much fun using that. Thank you guys so much for watching. In case you have not seen the video where I'm comparing the iPhone 16 Pro to the 11-year-old iPhone 5S, then check out this video over there.